Good afternoon, dear students. Yesterday we started with the concept of graphical derivations of the equations of motion. Okay, and in that series we started with the derivation of the first equation of motion. And what was that equation? It was v is equal to u plus at. Fine, and it was quite easy. I hope it is easy for you to understand also. If there is any queries, you are most welcome to discuss it with me. Fine. Now today we will start with the derivation of the second equation of motion. And you know, this second equation of motion is a relation between position and time. It's a relation between position and time. Fine. So what is the second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half at square. We have to derive this, and again from the same graph, the graph that we had used yesterday. So let us go to that graph first. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Put an arrow. This x, this is y. Here time in seconds. This is velocity, meter per seconds. Fine. Now again we will show the slope of the graph a b. So this is the graph. From this graph we are to derive this s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, how to do? Again what we will do, yesterday if you remember, we had drawn two perpendiculars. So again we are going to do that. B D. This is a perpendicular on time axis or x-axis at D. A perpendicular is dropped from B to D. Then next is again a perpendicular on y-axis and let it be E. Then we had drawn yesterday one parallel line to, this is O, OD. So this we are going to name as C. Okay. So this is again about a moving object. Like yesterday we had introduced the terms like let an object moves, okay, with which has initial velocity u, okay, or is equal to u, final reaches after time at a velocity, that is final velocity, we call it v. Okay, so from A till B when it is moving, so here this is the initial velocity, this one. Okay, now what is final velocity? This is the final velocity, or we can say here this is the initial velocity u and this is v. Fine. And we learned that yesterday, we had discussed about that AB, when the object is moving in a uniform motion. Okay, so this slope shows the acceleration. What it shows? Acceleration. Okay, so we are going to introduce the terms. Takes time t and acceleration A, covers distance. Now one new thing, because we are talking about distance, that is S. Okay, now which part is known as the distance in this graph? So this is our T. The graph under this AB, the slope or the line, the graph which is under this is known as the distance covered of the object. Okay, so whatever the area under this graph comes, that is known as the distance covered by the object. Fine. So we are going to start again. What we will write here? Draw perpendicular BD on x-axis and BE on y-axis. So this is the first construction. Second construction, draw AC parallel OD. Okay, why we have done? We have actually simplified this. As you can see, this is the, what is this? Triangle. This is a rectangle. So under this graph, this, whatever the area is there, so what it will become? That will be the distance. So what is the distance now here? Distance is equal to area of this graph, area of this figure plus area of this figure. What is this? This is triangle. And what is this? This is rectangle. So let us write here. We know that distance is equal to area of, if I take it as a complete figure, OABD. OABD. It's a trapezium. Okay. If I invert it like this, it becomes a trapezium. So area of OABD, trapezium. Okay. So we can simplify it, or it can be broken into this area plus this area. Two figures we are considering. So we can say area of triangle ABC, ABC plus area of rectangle ACDO, okay, or we can say OACD plus area of rectangle OACD. OACD. Can we write like this? Distance is equal to area of trapezium. If I write here trapezium, trapezium, OABD, or we can say area of triangle ABC, ABC plus area of rectangle OACD. Okay, so let us see what is the area of triangle. So we can write distance is equal to S. S is equal to area of triangle ABC is what? Half 1/2 into base into height is equal to 1/2 into base. Base is what? AC into height BC. Okay, BC plus, let it be in a bracket, area of rectangle OACD. So what is it? Area of rectangle is taken out by length into breadth. Okay, so what is length over here? Is like OD into CD, or we can say CD into OD. Fine. So we are going to now solve them. What is S is equal to 1/2? What is AC? AC. See, you can see it is parallel to OD. So we can write AC is equal to OD is equal to T. So I will write here T into BC. If you remember first equation of motion, then what it was? From there we inferred BC is equal to BD minus, BC, BD minus CD is our BC. Okay, so we can write V minus U. BC is equal to V minus U. Fine. This way we can write it. Then plus, what is CD? CD is equal to AO. CD is equal to AO. AO is equal to U. So we can write here U into OD. What is OD? OD is this. It is T. So I hope everything is clear. Let us again repeat. AC, half AC into BC means it is base into height. Base is AC is equal to OD is equal to T. So we are going to write here all these. Since, first let us take AC. AC is equal to, parallel OD, they are equal to T. What is the value of OD? It is T. Then next is BC. BC is equal to V minus U from first equation. Then next is CD. What is CD? CD is parallel to AO. CD is parallel to AO. CD, AO is equal to small u. Okay. And OD is equal to T. So from here we have put the values in this. So now see, is there anywhere V present in this equation? No. So what we are going to do? We are going to eliminate V from this. So let us see. S is equal to 1 by 2. I will rough from here and then let us write. S is equal to 1 by 2 into T into V minus U. Now what is the value of V from first equation of motion? V is equal to U plus AT. So value of V is U plus AT. So I write here U plus AT minus U. Okay. So U cancelled and plus UT. Fine. So let us simplify. S is equal to 1 by 2 into T into AT plus UT. So what it becomes? S is equal to 1 by 2 into AT square plus UT, or we can write S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Hence proved. Okay, let us again see what we are going to do. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us see again. We have to find out the distance of the moving object, that how much distance has been covered by this object. So what we are going to do? We are going to study that the area under this graph will give you the distance covered by the object, moving object. So what we can do for this? We are going to draw perpendiculars BE or BD. BD on x-axis, BE on y-axis. So in this way we get a closed figure. And we again, one more construction that we are doing, we are drawing AC parallel to OD. Okay. So here we have one trapezium. So we have to find out the area of trapezium. But this trapezium can be broken into, or it can be divided into two figures, that is triangle as well as rectangle. So we can say that to find out the distance under this graph, we are going to first of all write distance is equal to area of trapezium OABD, which can be said that distance is equal to area of triangle ABC and plus area of rectangle OACD. Okay. Now we are going to put here what is the value or what is the formula of finding out area of triangle as well as rectangle. So it becomes 1 by 2 into base into height plus length into breadth. Okay. So here bases of this triangle ABC, base is AC and height is BC. So AC into BC. Then comes rectangle CD into OD. Okay. So S is equal to half. Now we will manipulate the values. We are going to replace these AC, BC or CD, OD by the values. So if I say that AC is parallel to OD and OD is equal to T. So we can write here T into. Now what is BC? From first equation of motion we have derived BC is equal to BD minus CD, or value of BC is V and CD is U. Why? CD is parallel to AO. So whatever is the value of AO will be of CD. So we got in first equation that BC is equal to V minus U. So we have written here V minus U. Then comes this area of triangle, rectangle. So it is U into T. What is CD? CD is this. It is parallel to AO. So whatever is the value of CD will be of AO. AO has U. So CD also becomes U. So U we have written. And OD is equal to T. It is already given. So U into T. Now just see that V is not present in the equation. So we need to eliminate V from this equation. So instead of V, what we are going to write? Here we will write the reason. Since V is equal to U plus AT from first equation of motion. Okay. So in that case, what we will write? Instead of V, we are going to write U plus AT from first equation of motion. So U plus AT. Now this U is positive, this is negative, so they will get cancelled, and plus UT. So we are going to solve it further and we will get half AT square, T multiplied by AT, half AT square plus UT. So it becomes half AT square plus UT. So what is our second equation of motion? S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So I hope it is clear to everyone, and even then if there is any problem we can discuss it. So before leaving, the homework for today is derive second equation of motion in your notebooks. And before that, one more thing, your notebooks etc. should be completely finished by today. Whatever the work we have done, it should be completed in your notebooks. Okay, there your notebooks will be checked, and besides that the PA1 is going to start, so you need to work hard for that. And you all are in 9th class, it becomes your duty to do work very earnestly and honestly. Okay, and from next month in 16th you are going to have your PAs also, so please work hard for that. And don't forget to derive this equation in your notebooks, not one time, not two times, but many a times.